Welcome back to Scars from the Playground. GloRilla speaks on her home invasion situation in Atlanta, in which she was the one charged with the felony. Let's get into the content, fam.
Been a little more than 2 months since this traumatic event took place. Why are you deciding to speak out now?
Well, because I feel like me and my brother and sister, we were victims in this situation, but somehow they're trying to paint us out to be suspects, and I just feel like that's all the way wrong.
Grammy-nominated rapper GloRilla sitting down for her first TV interview since she and her family became the victims of a home invasion in July. Her lawyers, Drew Fenling and Marissa Goldberg, have asked her to refrain from talking about the specifics of the incident, citing the ongoing investigation. But they told me that the hip-hop superstar, whose real name is Gloria Woods, was in Indianapolis performing during the WNBA All-Star Weekend when 3 armed intruders broke into her Forsyth County home in the middle of the night. A family member fired at the burglars, but they got away before police arrived. Well, it's now been a little more.
Over $700,000 of items were stolen from her home. And so her brother and sister naturally called the police when this was all going on.
But according to court documents, when investigators searched the home, they found a significant amount of marijuana and charged her with felony possession of marijuana. She voluntarily surrendered and was released on bond the same day.
You have to think about not only the effect to Gloria and her family, but also to folks who see what happened here.
Well, the most egregious part is that there seems to be no movement whatsoever in this home invasion, but rather within 24 hours there were warrants for her arrest.
Yeah, and I got a chance to reach out to the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. A spokeswoman declined to comment, but did say that this is still an active investigation. They wouldn't go into the specifics. Also told me that they have turned over evidence collected at the scene. They're waiting for the GBI to test it. Now, also, GloRilla and her team, they are continuing. They say they're going to push for justice.
Over $700,000.
Look, they say the crooks got away with over $700,000 in merchandise and cash. Look, it was a hell of a lick. I'ma just be honest with you. I'ma just be real. But now they changing the game, fam. Now they changing the game. Now when you call the cops and you report something, they search and they find, bro, how much weed did she have? Well, I don't know the laws in Georgia. How much weed was GloRilla holding in her place to make her get a felony? Inquiring minds want to know. Drop that in the comments, fam. If you've done the research. Me? No, I didn't do the research because I'm going to call it fucked up. Yeah, I'm going to call it fucked up. Somebody robbed her. She called the police, and since they found weed. But you know what? I'm going to stop myself. I mean, I'm going to doze off mid-conversation like Birdman. You know why? A lot of people don't understand weed is illegal. You know what I mean? I think niggas smoke so much you forget that this is illegal, bruh. Yeah, only in the states that it's legal and you're allowed to play are you supposed to be playing. You know what I mean? It's just be honest, man. So it is a crime. Where was the weed placed? Maybe we should get into that. Or like, was it hidden really good or was it just out? Why didn't they take the weed? You know what I mean? If it's that much weed, they done already took $700,000 worth of shit. Why didn't they take the weed? One would argue, hey, maybe they left the weed behind. You know what I mean? Maybe it wasn't hers. Yeah, that's what I would have said. Maybe it wasn't mine. Yeah, I don't know what happened in this motherfucker when I wasn't here. Wasn't my weed. Look, drop it in the comments. The whole shit is weird, but it's serious. This is an ongoing matter right now. She's being charged with felony possession of grass. Drop it in the comments, bro. Like I said, it was a hell of a lick. $700,000, nigga would retire. But they not. They not. They blowing that money. Fast money don't last like you think, fam. Fast money don't last like you think. So you going in there and ripping off somebody's shit, I can't say it's a bad idea or a good idea. Just be honest. If they got away with it, they got away with it, man. You're Robin Hood. You rob from the rich, you give it to the poor. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Glo. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. That's $700,000. You know what I mean? Yeah, I can't say them niggas no idiots. I can't say that. But this ain't about that. This is about GloRilla being charged with felony possession of the grass. It's illegal. You know, I can't say nothing other than that. The shit is illegal. Is it legal in Georgia or not? That's what, bottom line, that's what it comes down to. If you know you got some shit like that in your pad, don't call them people. You don't call them people because you don't know what they're gonna find. You know, just be honest. Let's just be real. You got to think, fam. Drop it in the comments, man. It's easy to say, oh, it's fucked up. It fucked up. But no, it ain't. No, it ain't. You should have let them get away with the $700,000. Why? You got something that can get you a charge to. Why niggas rob the drug dealers? You know what I mean? No, they ain't gonna call the cops. Bro, you got too much shit in here. You too dirty. But she wasn't thinking like that. She wanted the shit back. Besides the point. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Look, I ain't gotta say what you want me to say. I just gotta say something. Just being honest, just being real. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Comment. Scores from the Playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it. I play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.